the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, and one of the great venues, Mackey Stadium. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Nevada Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, Coach told me this hostile environment is going to be a big challenge today. He is so excited to bring his team here into the home of a Big Ten opponent. He's aware that a lot of guys here are playing with a chip on their shoulder, under-recruited, not appreciated, maybe overlooked by some of these Big Ten.
So Nevada's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Lobos offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance. They'll move the tight end.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for the squad.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Open on the left side, it's Smith. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Lobos will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So Nevada's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we take a look at a guy who didn't burn out the recruiting rankings, but man, is he being productive. Fought his way through a lot of competition in camp and ended up winning the running back job for the opener. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll send the tight end in motion. First down, right back to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Gets the back moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Woods. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. The give on the inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Behind the chains now on second and long. Keeps it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. A strike downfield. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Smith with the grab over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Lobos have their offense in high gear. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Hard-hitting tackle. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. They'll start on the ground. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, New Mexico! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Wants to pass. Got a man. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the 1st quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Off play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Running inside, it's Brown. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He's going to take off. At the 45, on his way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Got a little grass. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to throw it. Right down the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run with Brown. And he's in! Touchdown, Nevada! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Caught behind the line. It's Walsh. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the left to Smith. To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense. The Lobos peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Find some pressure. Could be an alley. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The give on the counter. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The run inside. It's Humphrey. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Back to pass on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Lobos go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. And it's caught! Touchdown, Lobos!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Nevada just needs a few inches here on 3rd down. Again, it's Brown. Finding some room. He has 60 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The play-action fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Trying to run, it's Turner. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to Brown. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Penalties like that will just drive you nuts and ruin drives. Here comes 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Runs through a man, and he might have space. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. It's good, easy call for the ref. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Huskers with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Reno. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Mackey Stadium.
And the Lobos will line up to kick off and start the second half. And here's the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Nevada will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
Shows him the stiff arm. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Lobos have this offense rolling. They'll run it from the gun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Humphrey. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. A give to Brown. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Woods. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. So now they come to the line on 2nd and 7 after the delay of game penalty. The run inside. It's Humphrey. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's Turner. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Givens. And he's brought down after a nice gain. First down and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Right on the money. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the lone running back. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Makes a grab and room to run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Here's Brown. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the comeback is on. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. There's a crease. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Using his legs, it's Humphrey. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Pulls and fired complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Running inside. It's Humphrey. Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Lobos getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Offense getting set for first down. This time he wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. He'll set up to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico!
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
New Mexico, 38. Nevada, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got it in the middle. It's Givens. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Wants to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Givens. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Taking it the other way. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. A run for the quarterback. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Lobos! And the route is on.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Nevada, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in it.
Caught, and he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fakes to grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Morgan. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Nevada. That's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Givens. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He'll get rid of it. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He'll throw it. Pulls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.